Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday guys. Happy to be here today. Nice and recharged. And I want to first of all thank everybody for your support. I woke up today to lovely, supportive, loving messages. I really do appreciate that, guys. Thank you so very much. And last night I didn't go live for the Q&A. I've decided that it's probably be better if we plan a Q&A about a week ahead, so you can post your questions and I can answer them, and everybody knows that I'm coming live, for example, right? So we gotta decide the time for Q&A. I have either Friday evening or Saturday morning. So good morning or good afternoon. People are waking up. So that's just a little intro today. So let's vote what time is best for Q&A. Q&A is when you ask questions, I answer. Either Friday night or Saturday morning next week. So I'll see what people want and I'll go with that. Today we have an interesting topic. If you've been on my channel for a while, guys, you know that about 2 years ago, I believe, I made a video on main types of Ukrainian women. So by main types, I meant main types of personality and their desires in life. So today we're gonna go, and if you remember, we talked about 4 different types. It's just, the categories that I gave you guys. And let's talk today about the first type. The first one. Believe it or not, it's hot, so I need to open the window. So the type 1, the first type, is a traditional homemaker. Basically the woman that enjoys being home, that doing really well and is very creative and is very happy to be home. And she does not, usually she does not bring income, but she's great at what she's doing. She loves creating comfort. She likes doing wonderful things for the home, for the kids, for the husband, for herself. She's just a very feminine woman that loves doing that. And I was listening to a talk the other day about how really society or the mainstream media talks about women who decide to do the traditional lifestyle in US. Women that are conservative, women that just want to dedicate themselves to the family and just being homestaying mom, and not because they have to, or because they don't have a choice, but because this is what they want to do. And how there is a double standard, how we respect a woman that is a lawyer, we respect a woman that is a doctor, but the woman that decided to be the best mother, and she finds her passion in that, she finds her passion in creating that atmosphere, the comfort, the joy for the family, how that is looked down on. And also the feminists were saying about homemakers being oppressed. She was they were talking about homemakers and women that are sort of housewife, that they are oppressed and they have no life. And I was just thinking the other day, is really the woman that chosen to be at home and create comfort and warmth and so on, is she really, God, is Sorry, guys. Is she really oppressed? So I have a question to you guys. Who is more oppressed? The woman that doesn't really want necessarily to go to work, doesn't have the, the job she wants, and want to have children, and she has to go to work. She has to clock in the morning and clock out at night. She doesn't have time to cook, to clean, to decorate, to spend time with her children, and she needs to bring and give a half of her income. I mean, not half. Give her income as 50%. So she and her husband are 50%. So basically, she comes home, she does the work, she's feeling bad that she cannot be the best mother, and she has to pay her part of the bills. She probably doesn't have a lot of money to spend on herself because her husband needs help. Her husband he needing help for paying the mortgage or paying the sport cars that he got for himself. So who is more oppressed? The woman that enjoying being and doing what she loves. And I'm not saying that the lady who stays home and make comfort and love and create a joyful life for herself and her family. I'm not saying she doesn't have personality. I'm not saying she doesn't have hobbies. She might even have a side income. She might even be the person that starting a blog, or she has a sewing business, or maybe she does calligraphy. Maybe she's involved in some groups, so she has her hobbies or passions, but her main passion is being a wife, and she takes pride in it. She doesn't try to convince other women that they should be this way. She's not trying to change the world by telling people what they need to be. But she's just very happy that her husband is an alpha male, so to speak. Her husband doesn't need her help in terms of finance, but he appreciates the comforts and joy she brings. So this basically would not have, would not work for a guy who is not a provider, and or fully a provider, and the man that needs help. I see the main issue with this. I feel that the feminists are fighting for things, but yet they creating men, the young generation of men that growing right now, they freak out about being a full provider, and they need help. They worrying about your contribution. What do you bring to the table? If you look at the men who are right now in their 50s and 60s, they are a lot more men. They are a lot more masculine. They doing a lot better job with taking pride in their manhood, despite of, once again, of the main media and things are being so liberal, and things being so the culture. Basically, I feel that the liberalism is trying to remove whatever's left from the culture. So I have a lot of friends who are really on the left side, and yet they want to have a conservative wife. That's gonna be interesting experience. But anyway, I have friends who are left, I have friends who are right. You already know that I am a conservative, and I'm very proud of it. But I respect people. I believe in live and let live. But I'm just telling you the double standard for society, when the lady who puts her heart, who is growing and raising children, that make her food, she doesn't go to Subway or McDonald's or whatever, and she is looked down compared to the women that are working. They never see their children, and the children never know the taste of food. The real home food. I am not trying to say that one woman is better than another. I'm not trying to say that there is no middle ground. Today, we are talking once again about the Ukrainian woman type 1. So Ukrainian woman type 1 is the woman that is a wonderful Michelangelo kind of talent homemaker. She's not, once again, she's not trying to compete with anybody. She's not trying to prove anything to anybody. She knows she is connected to herself. She knows where her heart is. She knows what she's best at. And somebody just commented that a lot of Ukrainian women also into career, and that is true. But this type is different. So we have 4 types, and I will talk about the other 3 types in my next videos. So this type is really about the woman that is connected to her feminine energy. She knows who she is. It doesn't mean, once again, that she doesn't have any skills, that she doesn't have any passions. And honestly, guys, with the internet, she can open a channel and talking about how to deal with 4 kids at the same time, and she might become successful from giving great tips, from giving nurturing ideas, from showing how to educate kids, how to homeschool, how to cook. So it doesn't mean, once again, that she doesn't have personality. And most of all, she is not oppressed. Any man that can provide fully for the wife and the family, and he does not ever think of telling her, by the way, I'm the provider, or by the way, I am, when he takes this and he really appreciate that lady, and they really have this goal, this vision. So when when you grew up and you experience that kind of environment, it could be a great base for very successful children. Children who were nurtured, emotionally, mentally, physically, and gives them a strong base. So I want to say my own appreciation and my own admiration and respect to all of the men who actually take pride in being a provider. And even if their wife is working, they do not count that money as, well, help me with my car note, or you should give 50% for the mortgage. So, and this is the type of man that could be very happy with a homemaker lady. The lady that loves it. She's not just doing it because she has to. Once again, she's she's a Mikhaila, she's like the greatest artist that, like Michelangelo or your Sixtine Chapel. She likes to create these beautiful things. So I'm talking a little bit. Remember, we have Ukrainian perspective. This is just my perspective. Nobody has to agree or disagree, but I'm just sharing with you, kind of redoing the video I made before, or with a little bit more of a, things I've learned and things I've seen through last couple of years. So I just want to share this with you guys, that the type 1 is, if you planning to have a family, if you in an age that you planning to have children, and you want somebody that will give your children a great start, the type 1, the homemaker, the housewife, the homestay mom is a wonderful thing. Things might change a little bit along the way. She might develop passion for somebody. She might develop once again, with internet, if she knows how to put the baby to sleep at night, if she knows how to make healthy food and all of that, she can start her blog, and and she can have her hobby. She can find more things that she could do, but her number 1 thing is her children and you. She is not afraid to be dedicated to her husband. I feel like with feminist movement, women are the idea of being dedicated to your husband, to your man, is some sort of oppression. And once again, to the feminist women, I want to say, I really don't know who is oppressed. The women that have a responsibility of paying, or of paying the bills, clock in and clock out, not be able to dedicate herself to her children, but or the woman that can do what she wants to do and being great at it, and she's fully supported by her husband. So tell me please, who is more oppressed? So I just want to tell you this. I will make more videos on the other three types, all right? So it's not just one way. That's just the first type of women, and they're not just Ukrainian women. They could be hiking narrow, or they could be any nationality, but this is just the type of homemakers. As a child, I was very blessed to actually experience that. I was blessed to experience being around very feminine women, and it felt like heaven. That experience is actually helping me now to be a better mother. My child doesn't know. I'm not exactly the first type, by the way. I'm not a first type. I'm not the pure first type at all, but my child does not know really what fast food is. My child does not have donuts for breakfast. He's staying a sleepover at his friends, and his mom told the mom of his friend told me, I'm so sorry, I gave them donuts for breakfast. He told me he never had a donut. Well, he does have some sweets, but I usually buy something higher quality, or I prepare it, and every morning I make him hot breakfast. And I don't think that this is any kind of, doesn't make me a hero or anything else. I just look how far, things have gotten, that, making real food for your child, or reading with him, or taking out on trips, or limit their video games, or teaching them some wisdom. I don't know how that is becoming so unusual. So I always feel so uncomfortable when people praising me or other women that are doing this, that is so special. I don't think it should be special. I think it should be normal. And I just want to say that I appreciate the type 1 women in Ukraine and all over the world. I think they are wonderful. They are inspiring. Not everybody cut to be that. Not everybody cut to be that nurturing 24/7. But those who are would really blossom with the alpha type male, and it would be a very happy family. So now I see there is so many comments today, guys. I'm gonna briefly look at the comments, and I gotta go pretty soon. Wow, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Lots of comments, guys. Yeah, helicopter parenting. Yes, Jay is saying sometimes people don't realize homemaker is a really hard time and an intensive job. They deserve respect equal to career mind mates. Yes, and like I said, not everybody cut for it. Not everybody cut for it. So, it's interesting because a lot of people mix often the type I call type 3, when there is a sort of like a unicorn woman that's, she has a career or she has a business and yet she's a homemaker at home. A lot of times people mix that up and was just a homemaker. But I don't think that one is better than another. It's all what you believe, what you want, and what you're compatible with. That's all. It's all what you believe, what you want, and what you're compatible with. I'm not here to put working women down. I'm not here to put down staying at home moms. But I just feel that a lot of kids are basically orphans, abandoned souls with parents. People getting so much stuff, newer cars, bigger TVs, all that stuff to fill up their lives, and they have to have two incomes because otherwise, they won't be able to pay for it. And I'm thinking to myself, what if instead of getting more stuff, you would spend more time with your child? You would talk with your child. You would not trust the TV and media raise your child and iPads and so on. I used to have fights, and, misunderstanding from some people from the family. I can't really talk a lot about the family because, the families I'm connected with are not did not sign for the YouTube live. So I have to be very careful when I mention anybody else. But when I want to say, I really have to fight. I have to literally fight with some family members to explain that if it's Sunday, my son has to be outside. He has to walk. He has to play. He cannot be on his computer. He cannot be texting. He cannot be playing video games. And it's all about the quality and higher standards. So I don't think that our kids need so much stuff. I don't think that anybody needs bigger and bigger TV or newer and newer car. And then once again, you're a slave of your job and you never see your kids. I feel that, our kids need us. Our kids need a mother and a father too. The fathers that showing an example what is to be a man, so they don't need help when they grew up. And a mother that is nourishing, that is loving, that is giving them confidence. That mother's love gives confidence. It gives something that can never be replaced. And of course, we talk a little bit more about Ukrainian mentality. So in Ukrainian mentality, it's there are many women that were raised traditional way, and that's how they want to be. If they could allow that, they would be a traditional woman. I feel like it's an embarrassment almost sometimes in the Western society to share about your conservative beliefs or traditional beliefs. It's like you're oppressor, but I don't know. I look at women who are miserable and I don't know. I don't think that women that has to go to work is not oppressed. I think it's the other way around. So, anyways, we have a new start on the show, I guess. Lance, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for super chat. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. It feels so good to have your support, guys. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Yes. So I would say that for Russia and Ukraine, for the big cities, probably type number three mostly common. It has a lot of qualities from type one, but it also has some others. I was raised by very ambitious woman. Um, Роксолана, привет, Таня! Ура! Привет, привет! Слава богу, думаю, что это за звезда Роксолана. Я просто не могу так быстро читать. Sorry, guys. I just want to say hi to Tanya. She has a different nickname, but she's, one of my wonderful subscribers, and she's in US from Ukraine. But what was I saying? I forgot now. Dang. You guys are bad. I forgot what I was saying. It's nice to have so many people. Oh my gosh, guys, we have such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day today. So, there is a holiday, there is a celebration for all us Michiganders and Midwesterns. It's finally gorgeous outside. So, I'm going to spend time with people that I love today and just completely dive in. So, I can come back and bring you more good things. Tanya, difference about what? I forgot. I also want to say that these ladies, maybe some American women would watch it, and somebody said that you can't judge about American women because they're all different, and this is very true. There are different types of American women as well, and I feel that American women who are homemakers, who are dedicated wives, who are wonderful women, I feel that they are looked down upon, and I don't think it's fair. I think they're wonderful women, and all my respect goes to those ladies, because I feel that often it's just not fair to look down on somebody when they're doing most incredible job in the world. So yeah, my son already told me that he's moving out from here when he is bigger, because he said there is no way I can said there is no way I can find somebody like you here. That's what he said. Or a standard. He said, Mom, you set a standard and you can't take them back. And I really take it, it's such a wonderful to get a compliment from somebody who is 10 years old, and you're not perfect. I'm absolutely not perfect, and I'm not the type 1. I'm probably the type 3. So yes, it's wonderful to do what you love doing. If you can't raise kids, maybe you shouldn't have them. If you don't have time for them, maybe you should not have them. That's a different question. All right, guys, thank you so much, guys. Abru, do I know you? Maybe I will see you. I'll check out your channel. Looks like you have a channel as well, right? Are you a girl? It looks like you're a girl, because I don't have that many girls, well, except for Roxalana now. So you coming to Ukraine too? Okay, anybody who goes to Ukraine, comment under the video and tell me your dates, because my trip is brewing right now. Oh my gosh, you're traveling on Thursday. Awesome. Have a wonderful flight. Удачной поездки, Таня. Приятного отдыха. Это у вас так школа раньше закончилась? У нас школа до 11 июня, поэтому мы едем немножко попозже. В общем, удачи, прекрасной, отличной поездки вам, Танюша. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, nice. Only you. Sweet.